Executive for Student Life and Engagement, and I will be your host tonight as we talk about all the awesome things that Texas Southern University has to offer for you, our new incoming students. We are having a host of campus partners that will tell you about their respective areas. And before we start, we want to open the floor and get a welcome from one of our esteemed colleagues, Dr. Brian Armstrong. He serves as the Assistant VP of Enrollment and Success, and he's going to bring greetings. So I yield to Dr. Armstrong for him to open the floor.
Thank you so much, Ms. Watts. Good evening, all of our new Tigers. We are so excited to have you on tonight for our virtual new student information session here at Texas Southern University. On behalf of President Crawford, Provost Goodman, and the entire TSU family, we welcome you to Texas Southern University. Over the next couple of days and weeks, and maybe a couple of months, you will have access to a wealth of information and a host of support to help you along the journey as you become our new Tiger. So this is just the start of the beginning of your entry into TSU. Please let us know how we can assist you. We have information to share with you tonight, but there may be questions that come up along the way that you need our help with. We stand ready to support you. So if you're coming for the summer semester, welcome. If you're coming for the fall semester, you have a little bit more time, but we welcome you as well. For our parents and our alumni that are joining tonight, we welcome you as well. This is truly a family affair, and it does take that village to support our new Tigers, and we are happy to be a part of that village. So on behalf of all of us here at Texas Southern University, welcome to TSU and go Tigers.
Thank you so much, Dr. Armstrong. And like you said, it takes a village. Our goal is to get you to cross this stage successfully in 4 years and be active and engaged alums. And for us to do that, it takes a cooperative effort from a lot of campus resources. And we're going to meet some of our campus partners this evening. One of the most important would be the Office of New Student, our first year experience. And we're going to have Dr. Hobson, who is over matriculation and retention, and she's going to also talk about TSI when she has the floor. So we're opening the floor for first year experience, freshman advising, to Dr. Hobson.
Hello, Tigers. Can everyone hear me? Okay, I hope so. All right. Well, okay, perfect. Thank you. My name is Dr. Hobson. I'm the Executive Director of Student Success and your first year experience. And we are so excited to have you this year for fall 25, or if you're coming in the summertime, we're looking forward to seeing you. For the first year experience in our department, we have 14 advisors. Each advisor is assigned to you from day one. So if you're already registered and you look on your MyTSU portal, you'll look down to the right-hand side and it will tell you who is your success team, who is your advisor that's attached to you. So your ECA is your advisor for this semester. They're there to provide tools and resources to make sure that this year, your first year, is your best and successful year. Also in our department, we have tutorial services, our academic skills center, as well as other resources and partnerships throughout campus to make sure, again, that you are not only supported as personally, but you are going to be supported academically. So we have tutorial services. We have tutors that are here to help you in all your classes. And then we also have a 24-hour tutoring service for anyone that may be staying off campus and or have a job. Our department also offers computer labs, which is located in our Fairchild building. We have a Tiger Lounge as well, where it's a nice, safe space for you to relax, have meetups with your friends, or even just study or have some quiet time. We have the one-on-one and group tutorials that I spoke about before. We have academic coaches that are there to help you with testing anxiety or just even accountability partner. We'll have resources for you as far as access codes. What are access codes? Well, if you're taking a math or you're taking a history or maybe even an English that requires an online book, we are here to support you and provide an access code so you and your family don't have to worry about purchasing that book. We have you covered. Also in our department, as I talked about before, in the Fairchild building, it's not only where tutorials is held, but also your first year experience advisor. So anything that you need your first year, the first stop is the Fairchild building. You can go to the next. Freshman seminar is one of your required courses that, yes, it is a class and yes, it counts on your degree plan. So freshman seminar, what is freshman seminar? That is going to have your freshman instructors. Some of them may be your advisor and others may just be an instructor that's there to support you. So now you have your advisor supporting you in your classes, but freshman seminar is built to make sure that once you leave from your freshman year, that you have the tools, that you have the resources, and even some national certifications. So we have IBM, which we have a partnership with. And so at the end of your first year, you will earn your badge to be certified in cybersecurity, AI, and data analytics. Great skills to have to include into your portfolio as you visit the career fair during freshman seminar. But it is a class, it's there to help you career-wise, personally. Please make sure that you have first freshman seminar on your schedule. TSI. I know a lot of you have heard about the TSI. Some of you may be on Texas Bridge, and we'll go into that later. TSI is only an assessment. It's only there to help your advisor make sure that the classes that they are suggesting for you are the classes that you need, right? Our objective is for you to not only just take the class, but pass the class. And so the assessment, the TSI assessment, will let the advisor know which math that you may need or whether or not you may need a little additional assistance with like a lab. But you must take the TSI. There's no way around it. There's no shortcut. Take the TSI if you haven't already taken it. If you have a Texas Bridge waiver, then you need to make sure that during your admission process, as you're getting admitted, that you submit that Texas Bridge certification. But this is the thing, if you are submitting a Texas Bridge certification, you must have a successful semester in that course that you have gotten a waiver for. So please make sure that your Texas Bridge certificate, if you are on Texas Bridge, that you are ready either with a tutor or something to make sure that you are successful in that class, or you will have to retake that class and retake the TSI. So please just make sure that you go and complete either your Texas Bridge and or your TSI. If you feel that you have high enough SAT scores or ACT scores, you can look right in the middle of the page and it says check here for exemptions. If you have any exemptions, they will all be there. So if you're a VA student or you have some other certifications, or you, like I said, you have the SATs are high enough or whatever, it would let you know there what scores are needed in order for you to be exempt. But if not, Texas Bridge or TSI, you will not be able to get in your classes. So please make sure that you make one of those your priority. There's a QR code there for you to go straight into the TSI site. Saturday pop-up, we have a Saturday pop-up next Saturday. All you have to do is scan the code, let us know that you want to attend this event. You log in, there will be advisors on standby to help you get registered for your fall 25 semester. But again, remember, without the meningitis, without the TSI, you will not be able to get into your classes. So please make sure those things are taken care of before Saturday, May 31st. We have a virtual pop-up. Please make sure you log in or RSVP so we can send you the link, and we are there to help you with your classes for fall 25. We look forward to you having a great semester, and go Tigers.
Thank you, Dr. Hobson, for all of that important information. And I would like to remind our guests on our virtual sessions this evening, if you have questions, it is a lot of information, please feel free to put it in the chat box and one of our colleagues will answer your question in real time. So if you have questions along the way, please feel free to put that information in the chat box and we would be happy to assist you. Next up, we're going to talk about some of the holistic services that we have for our students. And one of the important services is the Office of Student Health Services, led by Executive Director Felonice Davis-Marsal. She's going to tell you what her area offers and what is needed for you to be safe here on campus health-wise.
Thank you for that, Ms. Watts. Good evening, new students, and welcome to your new student orientation. My name is Felonice Davis-Marsal. I am the Executive Director of Student Health Services. So what is Student Health Services? Student Health Services is your on-campus clinic. And we're here to take care of you in the event that you are ill or if you get hurt while you're on campus. Again, we're located in the Student Health Center along with two other departments, the University Counseling Center and student accessibility services. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock a.m. until 5 o'clock p.m. We do virtual visits, depending on what that visit is. We do in-person visits. We do appointments. And to schedule an appointment, all you have to do is give us a call. Once you are registered for your classes, you will see a small fee called the medical services fee. And that fee is what supports the services we offer to you. So there will be no additional charge to you if you need our services. So in addition to clinic services, we are responsible for managing the immunization requirement for the university, which is the bacterial meningitis requirement. So this requirement is required by the state of Texas. So it's not a TSU requirement, it's a state of Texas requirement. So the state of Texas requires all incoming students to show proof against bacteria meningitis. And what we're looking for is bacterial meningitis, the strands that cover A, C, W, and Y. There is another group of vaccines for bacterial meningitis, which covers strands B. Although we recommend you do the B, it is not required. The one that the state requires is the one that says ACWY. And it's real important to note that once you get that shot, or if you already have that shot, it has to be taken within the past 5 years. So this is for all students under the age of 22. If you are 22, if you will be 22 years old by the first day of class, you are exempt from this requirement. If that is the case, please give us a call. We will verify your date of birth and remove that hold. So you will also need to have that hold removed so you can access the housing application. And that's for anyone living in campus housing. So we are asking that you send your immunization record directly to Student Health Services. And there's a link on the screen, the tsu.medicatconnect.com. That will come to us, but keep in mind that it's a process. We actually have 3 business days to process your record, but at the current time, we are processing records the day they are received. So if you send your record to us by 4 o'clock, we are asking that you check your TSU email for a response from us. Also keep in mind that, again, this is a process. The process is a little time consuming and we're asking for your patience. So once you send that record to us, we are electronic. Our electronic system has to talk to housing's electronic system. So that will take an additional 24 to 48 hours. So if you send your record to us on Monday before 4, start looking for an email from us. That email from us will say, no reply from Medicat. You have a message from TSU Student Health Services. Click on that message and it will either state that your record has been accepted, or it will tell you what you need to do to correct the record so it can be accepted. Again, please allow additional time for our systems to talk to each other and update your information once your record has been accepted. And also remember that when we communicate via your TSU email, that email may go into your spam or your junk folder. So just remember to check that after you submit your record to us for a response from us. Well, I think that's all the information I have to share from now, but just remember that we do have an on-campus clinic. If you are not feeling well, you can come see us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and it is free. Thanks again for your time and attention, and we will see you soon.
Thank you, Ms. Davis-Marsall, for that important
You're welcome.
information. The Office of Student Accessibility and Support Office is here to help service our students who need individual academic accommodations based on maybe the accommodations that you had in high school. You would need to reach out to the Office of Student Accessibility directly, 713-313-4210, to start that process. They also have their email address online. So if you do need accessibility, please reach out to them. It is a private and secure means of securing this services for yourself. So if you need that, please reach out. Thank you. Next, we're going to have counseling services on deck to let us know some of the awesome opportunities and services they have for our students to make sure that they are being well holistically.
Hello, my name is Markia Monroe. I'm one of the therapists here at the University Counseling Center with TSU. As we know, over 60% of college students meet the criteria for at least one mental health problem. And the two most common concerns that we see with college students is that 44% of college students report that they experience depression, and about 37% report that they have experienced some type of anxiety. However, with those numbers being so high, less than 50% of students with mental health symptoms actually receive treatment. And because we know of that, at the University Counseling Center, we're actually here to assist any students with free mental health counseling services. We often have students say, "Are you guys real counselors? Are y'all real licensed therapists?" And to that, I say, yes, we are real counselors. We are licensed therapists, and we help students with a multitude of different and various mental health issues that they may be experiencing. If you're experiencing anxiety, depression, if you're homesick, if you're having issues in class where you can't focus, even if you need assistance with finding help with medication management, we are here at the University Counseling Center to assist you. We are located in the Student Health Center, so wherever you go for medical, you just keep straight, make a left, and that is where our office is. As long as you are enrolled in that semester, then you are able to come and receive mental health services from one of our 4 counselors here at the University Counseling Center. In order for you to schedule a session with us, all you have to do is give us a call, and our number is 713-313-7804. All you have to do is just say, "Hey, I heard that you guys are offering free counseling services," and we were able to get you scheduled with someone who is able to accommodate you with your schedule. So please don't struggle alone. Please know that the help is here. Free help is here for you while you are on campus, while you are enrolled in TSU, and we are here to assist you with any mental health issues that you may be having. So congratulations on getting enrolled in TSU, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Moreau, for sharing that information about what counseling services offers to our students. And I guess I'm up next, student life and engagement. As I said before, my name is Janelle Watts, and I'm the executive director for student life and engagement. And we realize here in this office that it's not just about the experience that you have inside of the classroom, but it's also the experience that you have outside of the classroom. And so here in our office, we are the life of the party, if you will. What's housed in our office is the Office of Student Government Association, who is the voice of our student body. We have University Program Council. They host most of the programs, and they're student-led on campus. The Mr. and Miss TSU and Royal Court, they are the royalty, they're our pageantry, and they also represent our universities at different athletic events and other events. The TSU Herald, which is our newspaper, our peer advisors, who are known as our campus pals here on campus. We have over 23 registered Greek letter organizations, and we actually have 150 recognized student organizations here on campus. There is something for all of our students. Whatever path that you may choose, there are opportunities for you to be engaged with the student body and to get involved. Some of the things that we are in charge of under our purview: Spring Fest, Alternative Spring Break, our fun bus trips to some of our competitors' games. When we go to the athletic events and we go cheer on our Tigers, we actually travel to cheer them on. Movie premieres. There is a host of things that we have. There is no reason for you to be bored. We want you to create experiences. We want you to meet your best friend and your cohorts that will be here throughout your 4-year experience here. And we want you to graduate and be engaged alumni. So please visit the Office of Campus Organizations. All of our social media handles are going to be on this next page. If you want to follow us to see all the awesome things that we have going on, please follow us on social media. We look forward to engaging you this summer and fall. Thank you. And with that, I'm going to segue to our rec center, and they have a host of things that they offer for you too to engage you as well. So my partners in the Jessica, I see you. I'm going to tag you in. You're tagged to kind of talk about what you all offer over there in the rec center.
All right, welcome students. I'm excited to welcome you all in, whether you're starting in the summer or coming into the fall. Our recreation center is open to all enrolled students. So you will see that recreation center fee on your student fee bill. And we tell all of our students whenever they come into the rec center, use the services because you pay for them. We have Learn to Swim. We offer CPR and AED classes to get you certified if you're not. Everything in our rec center is pretty much free. The only thing that you would pay for on your own would be personal training, but our group exercise class is free. Our Learn to Swim program is free. We do offer intramural and club sports, and these are sports that you can compete in, playing basketball, flag football, volleyball. We also have outdoor pursuits where we take you kayaking. We took our last group in April to Six Flags at San Antonio. And then we also have a relaxation center where we promote meditations, wellness. We host special events and partner with a lot of the organizations that's already spoken, but we do host events that center around wellness. But we have a fully functioning gymnasium, a swimming pool, we have a fitness center. But the big attraction of our recreation center is our relaxation center because we promote naps. So if you're in between classes, you need a quick place to go just to decompress, to step away from your devices. We do have a serenity room where you can take a nap. We also do student development here. We usually keep on roughly 50 to 45 student leaders who basically run our facility. And we do internship opportunities where you can work in administration, you can work as a personal trainer just to get yourself some experience. But we can go over to the next slide. All right, so before you come to the rec, what do you need? Of course, you're gonna need your student ID to check in, and then our front desk team will walk you through our QR code system where you'll download I Am Leagues. It's one thing that we use basically to monitor the usage of our facility, but it's also used for our sporting league. So if you're interested in basketball, volleyball, or soccer, you can basically sign up and register yourself through I Am Leagues. But it's used for our gamings and it's also used for facility check-in. But if you're coming in fresh for the summer, you're just going to need your class schedule for the summer and your Tiger card. The I Am League is more so for the fall intake. Our hours of operations for the summer is going to be Monday through Friday, and that's 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and we're closed on the weekends. But once we get into the fall, we are open Monday through Friday from till 10 p.m., opening up as early as 6:30. And then on the weekends, we're open from 1 to 5. Our hours are subject to change, usually with holidays or early closures for the university. And if you follow us on Instagram, that's the first place where we notify our building schedule changes and any programs that come up. Our Instagram is the first thing that we send everyone to. We also use our website to do more things that, like if you're trying to get your lifeguarding certifications or doing your CPR, go through our website to fill out those forms on there. Our team is pretty nice. So if you come in asking questions, and it doesn't have to be about recreation, it can be about anything that involves the campus. Our team is pretty knowledgeable on where to direct you, who to go to. But we definitely want to get you in, get you a fitness assessment going on before you work out so that we can make sure that you are working out safely. But again, this is the rec center, so we're excited to see you all come in and see what we have in store for y'all.
Thank you so much, Ms. Allen, for sharing that. You truly do amazing work over in the Rec Center, so we thank you for all the engagement opportunities you have for our students. Well, now we have Next on Deck. It's not just about what you're doing academically, it's also connecting you to meaningful careers so you can be gainfully employed out in the workforce. And who's in charge of that for helping you? And it's going to be Ms. Chandra Harmon. She is over our Career Pathways office, and she's going to tell you all of the resources that she has available to assist you with connecting to those careers and jobs.
Thank you so much, Ms. Watts. Good afternoon. I'm the director for the Career Pathway Center. My name is Chandra Harmon, and I'd like to talk to you guys about mentor opportunities and internships in different positions once you finish here at Texas Southern University. The whole goal for the Career Pathway Center is to make sure that whatever it is that you're studying, we can assist you with finding meaningful employment. Next slide. Okay, some of the services that we offer here, we do mock interviews. We set up relationships with alumni, and some of the alumni are mentors. We do networking. We have something called Networking on the Green. We have different career fairs. We have Dress for Success. Those are some of the resources. So, say for instance, you need a suit for one of your upcoming interviews. We can refer you out to Dress for Success or Career Gear Houston. We do resume building, job search. Employer meet and greets. And then most of the time, say for instance, between 12 and 2, we have employer workshops where they come in and talk to you about tips and tools of the trade of different industries. Next slide. Okay, some of the resources that we have here will be JobScan. The cool thing about JobScan is it works heavily with AI, and what it does is take your current resume and utilize a job description from any job, and it kind of massages, peruses, and enhances your resume to make sure that whatever you have written down and those skills that you've developed in the classroom shine on your new resume with the help of JobScan. We also have VMOC. We have Handshake. Texas Southern University is a handshake campus. And what happens there is employers post all of their jobs and upcoming opportunities via Handshake. And you guys have access to Handshake with your single sign on. And you can use that immediately, and you'll be able to find different positions available within the Houston area. Next slide. Some of our industry partners, believe it or not, these companies come to campus quite frequently for recruitment purposes. They also show up at our spring career fair and our fall career fair. And we have a virtual career event, and some of these employers help sponsor that as well. Next slide. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Harmon, for giving that important information about career pathways. Each student that is enrolled at Texas Southern University is bound by the Student Code of Conduct, which is a set of rules and regulations to help keep you safe and to make sure that you protect your academic journey. Mr. Josiah Freeman, who's the Director of the Office of Student Conduct and Judicial Affairs, is going to tell you more about what his office does and how he helps support our students through their matriculation here at Texas Southern University. Mr. Freeman?
All right, definitely appreciate that, Ms. White. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to TSU. Thankful for all of our new students and looking forward to you all joining us. All right, so getting right into it for the sake of time, my name is Josiah Freeman, as Ms. White stated, and I serve as the Director of Student Conduct and Judicial Affairs here at Texas Southern University. My office is located in the Student Center, as shared on the screen right here, in Suite 232. My email is also attached, as we're seeing right now, josiah.freeman@tsu.edu. As far as the further contact information for me, we can move forward to the next slide. So ultimately, what's our mission? To make a long story short, with the university's internal disciplinary system, right? So like Ms. Watts was saying, when it comes down to student life and engagement and all of my other colleagues in their respective areas, right? A lot of great things going on. Ultimately, where I come in at is when sometimes certain decisions that students make ultimately may lead to the university having to get involved, right? The code of conduct. It's a way that all students that are current students of Texas Southern University must go about conducting themselves. That's why we have a code of conduct. So ultimately, my office is the area in which we deal with all of the traffic when it comes down to students making poor choices. Next time. Just a couple of our points. Ultimately, want to make sure that we educate about behavior and character traits to protect all members of the community from harm, unwarranted interference. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say interface. Ultimately, holding all individuals and groups responsible for their actions. Sometimes it can be a lot of different people involved in one particular incident. want to make sure that we're able to filter through all of that. And we ultimately want to cultivate an environment conducive to our community's primary purpose, which is education. We want to see everybody graduate. However, as stated, should the student demonstrate unwillingness to obey the rules governing conduct, ultimately we do have a process in which our office follows. So just because the student may receive notification from the office doesn't mean one of the main questions that I get, hey, Mr. Freeman, am I getting kicked out of school? And usually what I tell students is it's really super early in the process to determine that. However, it is a possibility, right? So if a student is officially charged by my office and gone through the process and ultimately determined to be responsible for violating the code of conduct, that's what we have that we're looking at on the screen now. Sanctions. So these are just some of the few that's on our ladder. But ultimately, sometimes things can ultimately rise to it being a disciplinary warning. So it's like, hey, we just need to monitor the behavior, and you've gone through this process already. But the more that things get a little bit extreme, that's where you have your disciplinary probation, your suspensions, and your expulsions. Of course, suspension is the removal of a student for a duration of time, and expulsion, unfortunately, is to where if a student is expelled from the university, they have no further opportunities to re-enroll at this particular university. One of the main things, right, the power of communication. Please, and I mean this, please speak up. Let us be able to help you, even if it's not directly with me. But again, working hand in hand with counseling center, TSU PD, which you'll get a lot of information from coming up shortly. And not just these areas, but anybody that you all deal with as you all transition from either coming from another institution or transitioning from high school to college, right? Communicate. Don't wait till it's too late. You know what I'm saying? I say that a lot. Don't wait till it's too late. And then when things, kind of start going wild and the police get involved or these reports start getting reported back to the office, don't wait till that moment to like, hey, hey, I need help. Hey, I need to figure something out. Hey, I potentially see something happening and I would like to get a little assistance. Don't wait till your name is in the in a police or incident report and you receive a notification from my office stating that we have to have a meeting to discuss a potential violation of the code of conduct. Next slide, please. And what we can do is so I do know for a fact that this particular QR code don't work for everybody that's on the call. As far as my students, what I'm going to do is shortly after I finish speaking, as well as this particular QR code as well, I'm going to provide in the chat the actual links to the how do you report an incident. That'll be the first link that I drop. And then the second link that I'll drop is the actual code of conduct. Please make sure that you all download that, review that information. And I'm gonna also attach my a new Instagram handle. So the code of conduct _ TSU. So that's also another opportunity to where, and don't worry, I'm not following nobody back from the conduct page, and we're not worried about that. But it's ultimately to where nowadays everything is more so of a social media standpoint to where you get a lot of information. So I want you all to be able to follow that so that you can just stay updated as far as in what my office has going on and making sure that you have a direct contact to where you know how to file an incident report if something was to happen and also knowing where to find the code of conduct. Other than that, I believe that is my last slide. And go Tigers. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Freeman, for offering that information from your area. The safety and security of our TSU Tigers is of premier importance to us. And we have the awesome responsibility of keeping you safe and how you can keep yourself safe. I can think of no better person that can talk about that other than the Chief of Police, Bobby Brown, who will talk about Department of Public Safety. I yield the floor to you, Chief.
Good afternoon, Tigers. How are y'all? So just want to talk to y'all a few minutes real quick to tell you what we do here at TSU Police Department. We do escort, we do dignitary protection, parking, we deal with that. I have security officers that's in the housing. We do identifications on all your equipment, like your scooter that you have. Please bring it here and let us engrave it so that way if it ever comes up missing, we know exactly which one we're looking for So we found that we can identify it. Tiger One card services, we offer that. So when you get here, you will get a Tiger card. And then that Tiger card is supposed to be carried with you at all times. Please do not allow somebody else to use it, because then that only comes back to get you in trouble. We offer tram services, which help you get up and down the Tiger Walk on days when the weather is not so pleasant. Okay, we are 24 hours a day. I have licensed dispatchers. We do everything that HPD does. We do everything that DPS does. The only difference is our dedication is to you here on this campus at TSU. Next. So what I need you guys to do is download this app called LiveSafe. All right. That LiveSafe app is how we communicate to you all when there's any kind of incident that's going on, or we want to notify you about inclement weather, things of that nature. We do it through this app. And also on this app, you can ask for escorts. You can actually report a crime that's happening through the app, and you never have to identify yourself. All those things you can do right through this app. It can even tell you where you go get medical assistance from on the campus. So please download this LiveSafe app. That is the way to communicate with us. That is the way to communicate that we will communicate with you. Next. All right, gun-free zone. Pretty much this list has been updated. We're probably about 90% gun-free on this campus, especially in housing. Residential halls is definitely a no-no for having guns or drugs. That would get you kicked out automatically, especially out of housing. So please don't bring any of those items to this campus. We all make mistakes, but this is one of those that we can't just turn the blind eye and you go, get a chance to walk away from. Any of our buildings where there's open lectures, you can't carry a weapon. Okay, so gun-free zones on this campus is very fluid. You have to pay close attention. There's signs outside the doors, outside the buildings that tell you what building is a gun-free zone. So please be mindful of that. Please just don't bring any weapons to this campus, and you should be good. Next. So we're located at 3443 Blodgett, which sits on the corner of Blodgett and Tilwester. Okay. I am the chief here. I have an open door policy for anyone that comes to this campus, which means that if you decide that you want to come over and talk to me, you're more than welcome to come over and ask me. If I'm in this office, I'm available. If your parents decide they want to bring you over and have a talk with me, if I'm in this office, I'm available. So please understand that we are here to help. We're not here to hurt. Everyone makes mistakes, but if you do the right thing, you never have to worry about seeing us in a negative light. We'll always be there to help you when you need us. We're open 24/7, 7 days a week. Our parking division is over in the West Garage. So if you have a vehicle, make sure you get it registered. That's the only way that you'll be able to park your vehicle on campus. Again, welcome to TSU, and please be safe, be blessed, and have a productive year. God bless you.
Thank you, Chief Brown. Before we get into our next segment, I want to remind our participants on this virtual orientation that we do have a question and answer chat box active and live. So should you have any questions, please feel free to drop those questions. And campus colleagues, can you monitor the box because they may be asking a question that's relative to your area. So please remember to do that. And our segue now is going to be to Dr. Cynthia Buckley, who serves as the Interim VP for Human Resources and Payroll Services, and she also is the Title IX coordinator. She's going to talk to us tonight about Title IX. Dr. Buckley?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And thank you, colleagues, for the opportunity to speak to our students on today. I am your Title IX coordinator for the university, and we're going to go over what that means at this time. And so we're going to go over what every student should know about Title IX. Title IX only applies to incidents that occur within the school's education program or activities where the institution exercises a substantial control over the respondent and their conduct, or in buildings owned by student groups that are recognized or formally affiliated with the institution. Title IX does not apply to conduct that complainants exercise outside the United States. Conduct that does not fit the jurisdiction under Title IX will be forwarded to student conduct. Retaliation. Retaliation is specifically prohibited under Title IX. Retaliation includes intimidation, threats, coercion, or discrimination, either directly or through proxy, a secondary or third individual, for the purpose of interfering with any right or privilege secured by Title IX. Complaints of retaliation may be submitted to the Title IX office for our grievance process or directly to me or and investigated by judicial conduct. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is an umbrella term that's broadly defined. One of the definitions for a sexual harassment is quid pro quo. That's Latin for this or that, which is often a exchange. For example, a faculty member propositions a student, if you do this for me, if you provide this sexual favor to me, I will provide you with this grade. Or a staff member saying, if you do this sexual favor for me, I'll hire you as a student in my office. Those types of propositions will not be tolerated. They are under quid pro quo and will not be tolerated at the university. Sexual harassment is also defined by unwelcome conduct that is so severe, pervasive, and objectively offensive that it effectively denies an individual equal access to the university's education program or activity, which is a hostile environment. And sexual assault, which is dating violence, domestic violence, or stalking, as defined in the Clery Act and VAWA. Participants and the parts that take part in a Title IX complaint are the complainant and the respondent. The complainant is the one who alleges that the behavior happened to them. The respondent is the one who is alleged to have conducted that act or conduct. So you often hear us say the complainant and the respondent. I am your Title IX coordinator, so I am your first contact if there is any issue dealing with sexual misconduct, sexual harassment, sexual assault, gender discrimination, stalking, rape, a hostile environment, domestic violence, dating violence, those types of incidents. The Title IX coordinator needs to know about it. I am available to you 24/7. So if anything happens to you, feel free to contact me so that I can come out and see and make sure that you are okay. Also included under Title IX are parenting and pregnant student accommodations. So if you happen to be a parenting or a pregnant student, please contact me so that we can provide you with the appropriate accommodations and assistance as provided under Title IX. So we do have an informal complaint process. So anyone can make an informal report of sexual harassment to me. And informal complaints can be verbal or in written form, or you can certainly just contact me directly in the office, and you can certainly make those anonymous as well. Once a university official, as myself, has been notified about the complaint, we will act swiftly to address it appropriately. We also have a formal complaint process. Complainants can choose whether or not to file a formal complaint, but they cannot remain anonymous if you do want to file a formal complaint. Even if a complainant does not want to file a formal complaint, one may be filed by the Title IX coordinator, by myself, if it is deemed to be something that can impact more students. Even if a complainant does not wish to file a formal complaint, we can proceed with a formal complaint. In these cases, the complainant can request that the Title IX coordinator, myself, not share your identity during the process. So what makes a complaint formal? to make a formal complaint to our office. The complaint must be in writing through the online submission system, or you can certainly provide your notes as well. The complaint must be signed informally or through a direct digital signature. Requesting TSU to investigate the matter. Preliminary inquiry and dismissals. Not all formal complaints trigger the Title IX grievance process. Once a formal complaint is filed, we will conduct a preliminary inquiry to determine whether the university will proceed to a formal grievance or dismiss the formal complaint. This is my contact information. Feel free to contact me. As many of my colleagues have shared, we do have a open door policy. So if you come to my office and you share that it's a Title IX matter, my team will come get me no matter what I'm doing. Even if I'm in a meeting with the president, your safety is paramount to the president, and the president wants me to stop that meeting and come see about you. So we do take this responsibility serious, as your safety is our chief priority. And so again, I serve as your primary point of contact when it comes to these matters. We do partner with a company named HEC Partners, Dr. Flores and Robert. So if you come to my office and make a complaint or seeking accommodations or assistance, you share that information with me. I forward that to HEC Partners, and then Robert will contact you and schedule a meeting for you to meet with Dr. Flores to go over your your rights and responsibilities and the accommodations that are provided to you. So one of the things that we want to make sure that you know today is who to contact if you're facing any of these situations, and that's me. Also know that you are a mandatory reporter. That means that anything that you are told or that you hear about related to Title IX matters or concerns must immediately be shared with me, your Title IX coordinator. We want to make sure that students don't suffer in silence. Even if you're not ready to make a formal complaint to the university at this time, there is no time limit on complaints, and we all handle trauma and traumatic situations different. So please don't suffer in silence. Come to see us so that we can make sure that you get the appropriate support and assistance and care and supportive measures so that you can be successful in your matriculation at the university. Again, if you have any questions for me, this is my contact information. We're here, always here for you as you have a successful time at TSU. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Buckley, so much for providing that important information in reference to Title IX. Next, while many of you have been admitted to the university on this call, you may have some last housekeeping issues that you may need to ask about, how to submit a final transcript and things of that nature. We are now going to yield to the Office of Admissions so that they can give you some information that you may need to know to finalize your admissions process here at Texas Southern University. I yield the floor.
Thank you so much, Ms. Watts. I know Mrs. Sowell will be joining shortly to talk about transcripts and things like that. Before she does, here are the steps to enroll for all new students coming to TSU. If you're coming for summer or if you're coming for the fall semester, these are the key steps you should begin to follow or complete at this time to secure your registration for summer or fall, or both, if you're coming for both semesters. You should by now be able to log into your MyTSU current student portal. If you are having issues with that, please let us know. You can contact our help desk at 713-313-HELP-4357. You've already heard about the meningitis vaccination requirement and the process to submit your vaccination record. TSI, every new student who attends TSU must submit their TSI information. That may be your scores, that may be college bridge certificates, that may be transferring students who've transferred in courses that meet TSI requirements. You can contact us at tsi@tsu.edu for any TSI questions or assistance needed. You're going to hear from my colleagues about housing and financial aid and course registration a little bit later on. Ultimately, when you secure your tuition and fees, either through financial aid or through student accounting, that will complete your registration until classes begin starting in either May or June or August, depending on what semester you're coming for. And now I will yield to Mrs. Sowell to talk about the financial aid information, I mean, the admissions information that you may still need to finalize your admission to the university.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Gabrielle Sowell. I'm the Director of Admissions Operations here at Texas Southern University. We are happy to have you here. If you have been admitted under a freshman student, you are required to submit your final high school transcript with your graduation date and your final GPA. If you are a dual credit student, meaning that you've taken college coursework while you were in high school, it's really important that you also contact your college or university to have your final college transcript sent to Texas Southern University. Also, if you've taken the SAT or the ACT, it is very important that you send your scores through College Board for your TSI assessment exemption. For transfer students, if you have been admitted to Texas Southern University and you were in progress coursework in your spring 2025 term, it's very important that you submit all your official transcripts that when you were currently enrolled, so that way we can get your final college credit applied to your record. It's very important that you review your transfer credits for accuracy and degree completion. We look forward to working with you, and if you have any questions, you can feel free to email us at admissions@tsu.edu, and I look forward to seeing you on campus. Welcome.
Thank you so much for providing that information regarding admissions. Next on deck, we have one of our stars on the show, Residence Life and Housing. They're going to tell you about how to apply for housing, what resources are available, some of the programming, on all of that great stuff. I can't think of anyone better to do it but Mr. Ernest Brown. So Mr. Ernest Brown, I'm tagging you in. Please come and talk to us about residential life and housing.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Texas Southern University. We are so excited to have you guys here. To make this kind of brief but informative, the first thing I want to talk about is the meningitis shot records. Those shot records, in order to apply for housing, need to be submitted to the health center, and that hold needs to be that hold will be released between 24 to 72 hours. After that hold has been released, and you will be good to go to apply for housing. There are 4 locations that we will have our freshman students at. For the males, you have Transformation Village, and then you also have Lanier West. For our ladies, you have Tewesta Oaks along with University Courtyard. The way that goes, the application process is very simple. Everything is done online. There's a $200 application fee. Once you pay the $200 application fee, that'll take another 24 to 72 hours for that to apply. Once that's been made, understanding that the first installment in order to confirm the student housing is due June 1st. Now you have a couple of options in order to confirm the student housing. You can either pay that first installment out of pocket and or before June 1st, and or the other option that you have is utilizing your financial aid. If you decide to use your financial aid because your financial aid counselor has told you that you have enough aid to cover housing, tuition, and fees at 100%, what we will need from you guys in order to expedite the process is we will need you to screenshot your student award offer letter. And that's inclusive of all the loans, the grants and scholarships that you accepted. If there's a Parent Plus loan that is included in that, please include the approval and or denial letter with that. We look forward to seeing you guys for move-in in the fall. Your fall move-in dates will be sent to you after you've been confirmed. After you've been confirmed, you will receive a lease agreement along with your room, the option to pick your roommates. We do not advise for you all to pick your roommates simply because we are on a living learning module. What that means is that we pair our students according to their majors. Scientifically and via research that is proven for our students to matriculate through this 4-year institution in the most efficient way possible. For those students that room together, that have the same majors, they have the opportunity to be in the same groups, create networks, etc. The last thing that I want to say as we conclude this is if you have any other questions in reference to your personal or individualized situation, please feel free to give us a call at 713-313-8255. 7206. Or if you can't get to us because there's only so many of us, please most definitely send us an email. We are very responsive to our emails. And that email is tsuhousing@tsu.edu. What we're doing right now, we are providing our contact information along with the virtual tours inside the chat. We look forward to seeing you guys, and go Tigers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brown. Are you going to cover? I have the screen on here for the
Yes,
meal
I
plan.
can cover the meal plans.
Thank you.
In reference to the meal plans, once a student has been confirmed, they will receive a email, which they need to check their student emails around, let's say, around July. It will give them the option to pick a meal plan. Every student that lives on campus must have a meal plan. With that being said, they have the option to pick which one they want. And it's very detailed in particular in what the options are. Thank you.
Thank you again, Mr. Brown, for giving that information. So we've covered a lot of ground tonight, and we've talked about a lot of resources. But I think one of the main questions that you may have outside of where is the student going to live, where am I living, how are we going to pay for our tuition and fees? What resources are available? And so that leads us to the Office of Student Financial Success. And we have financial aid that's going to be on here. And I'm not quite sure. Dr. Addison, are you going to tag in? Someone from the Office of Financial Aid is going to tell you about the resources that are available to help you pay for your tuition and fees.
Hi. Uh-oh, hello, can you guys see me?
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Okay. Not sure what's going on, but I'm gonna just keep moving. Okay, so I'm Miss Palmer with Financial Aid. I'm a financial aid advisor at the Bell Building. What you're seeing here is a definition of what financial aid is. I just want you guys to know a few things about it. Financial aid begins with the FAFSA. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid on the web. That lets us know what you qualify for: grants, scholarship, work study, and federal loans. All these are examples of financial aid. The grants, you do not have to repay. Scholarships, neither of those. Work study, you working and earning. And then you have loans. Those eventually you do have to repay, but they are good for the upfront cost of tuition. So if you're not looking for a larger payment plan, you want to utilize your options there with the federal loan. Okay. Okay, I don't see any questions about that. We can move forward. Okay, navigating your way through financial aid. So once you log into your student portal, what you're going to notice is some horizontal lines. You're going to click that, click student, then click financial aid portal. Once you get into the financial aid portal, you're going to click status of financial aid with that little arrow going up. From there, you're going to see your home page. You're going to see the cost of attendance. Some people get hung up on that or a little hiccupy. I just want to let you guys know cost of attendance is just letting us know how much we can budget for. It's giving the Department of Education a budget so we can get your financial aid awards accordingly. Okay, so it's a non-billable item. So you're going to hear that again when it comes down to the student accounting section. However, right now, what you're looking for here is your award offer. You're going to click award offer, and then the top right corner, click on the award or the aid year. Right now, if you're beginning in summer, you will be doing 24-25 for fall 25-26. This right here is an example of your financial aid award letter. It is going to give you the full totals to your left and then break down per semester what you're looking at. Okay. Keep going. Okay. So I did mention loans a little bit earlier. If you are interested, which I do believe most people should take advantage of this opportunity, you do want to log into www.studentaid.gov to complete your entrance loan counseling and master promissory notes. For parents utilizing the Parent Plus loan option, that's where you will also go to apply for the Parent Plus loan once the student has accepted all funding. Okay. Go ahead and do that. All right, this is pretty short and sweet. If you guys do have any questions that I did not mention, feel free to give us a call at 713-313-7802 or reach out to us via email. We respond every day, all day. financialaid@tsu.edu. We're in the first floor at the Bell Building. Go Tigers.
And just a reminder to our colleagues that there is a Q&A chat box that is open. So if you have questions, please feel free to drop them in there. Our colleagues are answering questions in real time.
Right.
So we talked about campus resources, financial resources, and what can help pay for your tuition and fees. And Ms. Lemmy, who is also one of our stars of the show, is going to talk about how to pay for your tuition and fees and what happens if a student may have a refund. So I know that you all are wanting to hear that information. Ms. Lemmy, I yield to you.
Thank you, Ms. Watts. Good evening, future Tigers. My name is Geraldine Lemmy. I work in the Office of Student Accounting. We are located on the first floor of the Bell Building right next to financial aid. And I'm just going to cover a few things that our office does. So if you're not receiving 100% financial aid, or even if you need to make a payment for transcripts parking, we take in-person payments. We help with installment plans, which is online, but if you have questions about how to set it up, we can walk you through that process. Billing, when you receive the bills, it's coming from our office. Unfortunately, sometimes we have to be the bad guy, but we do communicate. We let you know what is out there. If you are receiving any type of third party, which is like VA benefits, workforce, anything like that, we have somebody specifically in our office that deals with third party payments. And scholarships, external scholarships. If you're receiving any type of external scholarship and it's being mailed to the university, that should come directly to our office. So anybody that's mailing an external scholarship, they need to make sure that they put attention student accounting on it to make sure it gets to us. Also make sure that they include your information, which was your T number and the terms of the scholarship. We also do bookstore reserves that I'll cover a little bit more later, refunds, which everyone's not eligible for, but I'll go over that a little bit more later as well. And any type of account questions that you might have. If you're just wondering why you have a bill, how some certain charges might have just appeared to you, we can cover that for you. So this slide right here is just pretty much what our homepage looks like for student accounting. Some of the things that I mentioned earlier over on the left side of the screen, if you click any of those tiles, will give you detailed information on any of those subjects. One of the most important things that I want to point out is withdrawal and dropped courses. Under that tile, you will find important information on dates on when you withdraw or when you drop and any way that it might affect what you owe the university, because that's very important that you pay attention to. It's also on the academic calendar. Anything that you do might affect your financial aid and it might affect what you owe in the semester. So if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to us about that as well. On the right side of the screen are our staff. So if you click on any of those names, it'll give you a direct line to an email and you can send us any type of direct questions that you might have. Next slide. So on this slide, this is covering the estimated costs of attendance. If you are registered in about 15 credit hours, tuition for in-state is about $4,500. Out of state is about $10,000. And remember, or close to $11,000. Remember, this is per semester. Housing and meal plan, that's not going to necessarily apply to everyone. It just depends on if you're staying on campus or if you're not. As well as books. Books are not necessarily $700. That's just an estimate of what you might get as far as a bookstore reserve. Next slide. So this screen right here is what you will see when you go through your MyTSU web and you click on student and then go to student accounting. All of these tiles are direct access to a different page. The most important is going to be the billing and payment suite, which is that first tile. Through that, you're going to see this information here. And it's going to show you what your balance is, because as a student, once you register, you automatically generate a balance. So once that balance is out there, you'll be able to see that through your billing and payment suite. Now, I know a lot of students are receiving financial aid and they think that, oh, I registered, I'm receiving financial aid, my balance is automatically covered. It will be covered once your aid is dispersed, but initially you do have a balance. That next line is the estimated financial aid. So if you've done everything you're supposed to do and you've accepted your aid, you've completed all of your requirements, and financial aid has run disbursements, but we have not reached the disbursement date yet, you will see it under estimated aid. Once that you see that amount, the amount below that is what your current balance is minus the aid that you'll be receiving, and the bottom amount is either what you will owe, or if it's a negative amount, you might be receiving a refund. So keep in mind, when we get closer to the fall semester, even the summer term, if financial aid runs disbursements and you don't see a certain amount under estimated financial aid, then you might want to contact financial aid because you might be missing some requirements and you don't want to wait to the last minute to where it comes to a drop date and you're not receiving what you expect to be receiving. As Ms. Palmer mentioned earlier, this is where you see your actual bill. The estimated cost of attendance that you see under financial aid is just an estimate as stated earlier. When you register for classes, this is where you will see what you're actually being billed for because we don't bill for things like transportation or personal costs. That's just an estimate based on the answers that you provided on your FAFSA. Next slide. So refunds is a big thing that people come to our department for. Not everyone is eligible for a refund, but if you are eligible, we use Bank Mobile to process our refunds. So if you've received once you register, you'll receive a notification from Bank Mobile via email as well as a green envelope in the mail that will give you instructions on how to set up your refund preference. And please don't think it's spam. Please make sure that you set it up and you use the PIN that Bank Mobile sends you so that it doesn't delay any refunds once we do start processing refunds. If for any reason you are not receiving the information from Bank Mobile or you don't have a code, once you go to refundselection.com, you can actually select need a code on that website and it will ask you for your student information, which is your T number, your TSU email, and once you enter that information, it will send you directly a PIN. If for any reason you're still not receiving that, you can always reach us by email. And our email address is SA, S as in student, A as in accounting, mail, MAIL @tsu.edu. And we can assist you via email if you're having trouble with the PIN. But also remember that their TSU email is your main point of contact. We are going to reach out to you constantly through your TSU email. If you're missing requirements for registration, withdrawal drop dates, and any important information, we're going to send to your TSU email. So please, please, please make sure that you check that on a regular basis. Next slide. And that's it for me. So thank you for your time. Welcome to TSU.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lemmy, for giving us that important information. Again, if you have questions, you can type them in the Q&A chat box. We are answering those questions in real time. Our campus colleagues are answering them in real time. We're going to open the floor back up to Dr. Armstrong, who's going to talk to you about FERPA and the importance of FERPA and what that even means. So, Dr. Armstrong, tag, you're it.
Thank you so much, Ms. Watts. All right, last but not least is your rights. All of the rights that you have access to here as a student at TSU. That includes the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, FERPA. If you hear FERPA on campus, we're referring to your rights. As a student at TSU, your rights are protected from everyone and anyone unless you give the university written permission to release your records. So during the in-person orientation sessions, as well as information that will be sent to you via email, you will have access on how to allow someone to have access to your records. We have a new partner through Campus ESP. That is the process we will use to allow students to share access to their student records, all student records, grades, financial aid, everything that we have at TSU, all of that information is protected. The only thing that's typically not protected is directory information, like your name and your classification and general information, your student email address. Things like that are typically fallen under directory information, but your records, your grades, your schedule, refund, financial aid, anything and everything like that is absolutely protected under FERPA. We also want you to get to know the academic catalog. The catalog has your degree plan. If you're not certain what classes we're going to ask you to take over the next 2 to 4 years to complete your degree, it's in the academic catalog. A lot of good information is housed in the academic catalog. Also important is the academic calendar dates. I mentioned earlier, summer one starts May 27th, August starts in August something. It's very important that you know these dates because you are governed by them. You can't just say, oh, I didn't know that yesterday was a deadline. If you know in advance, you can't say you didn't know past tense. there are some important dates that every student must know because you're going to be governed by those dates. Dates on when to drop a class if you have to drop a class or to withdraw from the university. All of that falls under the academic calendar. And our official drop and withdrawal policies fall under the Office of Student Records. So it's very important that you know the difference. If you're dropping a class or two classes or everything but your last class, here at TSU, that is called a drop policy. If you are dropping all of your classes or your last class, that is a withdrawal. So that may govern you depending on what type of operation you are looking to do, either dropping a class or withdrawing a class. But you must understand the dates and timelines because not knowing those dates and those timelines does not exempt you from being governed by the university's official drop and withdrawal policies. You are governed by them. When you enroll in one class, you are officially enrolled at TSU. If you decide that you no longer want to be enrolled at TSU, you just can't walk away and think that we're going to know that you walked away because we don't see you anymore. We're going to presume that you're still in classes until and unless you withdraw from those classes or you drop those classes. All of this information is available to you at this QR code or under the Office of the Registrar at our main website, tsu.edu. An informed tiger is a tiger who has a plan of action in place, and we hope that every tiger on the call tonight knows how to find this information on our website. Thank you, Ms. Watts.
I might need to tag you in for the TSU portal. Do you mind tapping in for
I'm
that?
still in. So, Tigers, now probably last but not least, we talked earlier about the My TSU portal. We need everybody to log into their My TSU portal. If you need help, we are here to help you. From any web page on the TSU platform, tsu.edu, you're going to see a My TSU icon. It's going to follow you around no matter where you go in the platform, but that's your direct link to the My TSU portal. Once you click that link, you're going to see two options. Every admitted student should no longer be using the prospective or the applicant link. All admitted students should use the current student, faculty, staff, and alumni link. The next slide will show you the configuration. Well, it won't, but once you log into the system, because you're going to get an email from the Office of Admissions that has your student email address and your unique, your password configuration, the capital Q, exclamation point, and your full date of birth, 8 digits long. Once you log in, this is the home page of the My TSU portal. There's some very important things on this page you're looking at right now. Your degree works at the top right corner in the middle, top middle cube there. You see degree works. That's your live degree plan right there. As you enroll in classes, as you complete classes, that degree works icon will track you along the way. It'll tell you how close you are to completing your degree and your current GPA all along the way here at TSU. Right under the degree works icon, you'll see the Outlook icon. That is where you can check your My TSU student emails. Many departments on campus will only send information to you through your student email address. So please get in the habit of reviewing your student email, linking it to your other emails, because quite a bit of key information, financial aid, scholarships, other important things may only be sent to your Outlook student email account. So make a habit to begin checking that as regularly as possible. On the left side, under the student tab, that's where you can see your degree works information there as well, your financial aid award information. Now, when you click to see your financial aid award information, you will have to put in another unique PIN number. That will be your date of birth in 6 digits. So if your date of birth falls in a single number like 1, 2, 3, 4, remember to put the 0 in front of your month and your day if you have a single day for your birthday. So January 1st, 2007 would be 01, 07 to 07 for this particular portal here. So just remember your 6-digit date of birth is needed before you can review your financial aid information in the My TSU portal. You can also begin to sign up for classes for either summer or fall semester right there where it says registration and records. On our OIT website, there are a list of training tutorial videos and step-by-step PDFs. All you have to do is Google TSU OIT training, and that will take you to a listing of the step-by-steps for everything in the portal, along with a listing of YouTube videos that you can go into and learn how to use the My TSU portal. Thank you, Ms. Watts.
Thank you so much, Dr. Armstrong, for taking care of that information for us. Before we get into our fearless leader and the last speaker for this evening, I want to remind everyone on this call, should you remember a question or think of a question after this virtual session ends, please feel free to email newstudent@tsu.edu or admissions@tsu.edu. We would be happy to answer your questions. And there's a lot of important contact information in the chat box. So if you've missed someone, please go to the chat box to get that information. And we're going to yield to Ms. Yvette Barker. She's the Associate Vice President for Student Affairs to give you some words of welcome and any other advice that she may have to offer you. Ms. Barker, I yield to you. I'm tapping you in.
Okay, good evening. Before I start, I think there was the one question, Dr. Armstrong or Dr. Hobson, TSI out of state. I was looking for the link to respond to that. So if somebody can respond to that question,
I did.
I'd
Put the
appreciate
link.
that. Okay, okay. So on behalf of, like Dr. Armstrong said earlier, President Crawford, our provost, Dr. Carl Goodman, and all of us here are part of the student success team, student affairs. We'd like to welcome you to Texas Southern University. New students, get ready. We're looking at seeing you guys in August. August 10th is the projected move-in date. I think, is it the 10th? Yes.
Yes.
Is it the 10th? Classes start on the
18th.
18th.
Yes.
So classes start on the 18th. We'll be ready and waiting for you on the 10th. So please, and some of you, I'm seeing in the chat, you're not planning on staying on campus, and that's okay. But we still want to see you on the 11th for our new student week program. So start planning now. If you're moving into housing's move-in is Sunday the 10th. If not, we look forward to seeing you on Monday morning on the 11th for our new student orientation in August. Any questions, concerns, like Ms. Watts said earlier, please send us an email. Please call us. My extension, 713-313-7201. We're here to answer any questions or concerns you may have. So thank you very much for being here, and we look forward to seeing you as a new Tiger in summer or fall 2025. Thank you and have a good evening. Thank you, Ms. Watts.
Thank you, Ms. Barker. Thank you so much. And that concludes our virtual session for tonight, Monday, May 19th, 2025. We're going to wrap this in the books. We thank you all for spending the evening with us to answer some of your questions. Our campus colleagues, thank you so much, as always, for you spending the time this evening to welcome our new Tigers. We're looking forward to seeing you in the summer and fall. Keep an open mind. Be ready, because there's a lot of fun things in store for you. Welcome to our Tiger Land. Thank you. Bye. Have a good night.